Nice. So we all have our jerseys on. Yeah. Okay. So we've got, my name is Marianthe. I am Dan's girlfriend, aka Van Can 75. And we've got Calista.
Yep.
All right. And you're dating Lane.
Yep.
AKA SaskStarsFan.
Yep.
Oh boy.
That's it.
And Kat is with Matt, which is Dex's wife, as you just said, and Noha. Am I pronouncing that right? Noha. And you're Kevin's wife, aka Canucks Forever 67. Nice. Well, so we're here to give our side of the story of being with these hockey jersey collectors, because not only are we with our partners that are hockey fans, they're also really big into jerseys, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long has it been going on for all of you?
Well, I met Lane about a year and a half ago, give or take. And when I first met him, he had like a normal size closet, you know, and there was a couple jerseys in there. Just, yeah. I don't know how many, but there was a couple, right? And he told me, he was like, oh, don't worry. I will never spend more than $100 on a jersey. Like never, ever. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, I'm not your mom or anything, but okay, good to know. Now, fast forward to today, he has an entire walk-in closet. I don't know if you guys have seen pictures or not, but I joke you not, it is a really big walk-in closet, and from head to toe, side to side, wall to wall, are jerseys upon jerseys upon jerseys. I think he's like past 150.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Just in the 200 mark. And he definitely spends over $100 on a jersey now. But just within like a year, it has changed tremendously, like a ridiculous amount.
In this past year, you'd say?
Oh yeah, just within this past year.
I wonder if quarantine had anything to do with it, because pre-quarantine we had a normal amount, like 5, like maybe
I
5.
think he just has a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about y'all, Noha?
Well, I've been together with Kevin for about 28 years, and we've been married for 22 years.
Wow.
And always loved hockey jerseys. I mean, he would just wear them with jeans. So he loved hockey jerseys since the day I met him, and he even went and worked at a hockey arena. So that's how much he loved them and how much he loves the sport. Yeah, he worked at a hockey arena with me. I worked with him too. And he's got a lot of jerseys. I don't actually know how many he has, but he does have a lot, and he is making them and custom making them now. That's how much he loves them. So
that's amazing. I'm assuming he picked up sewing just for this.
Yes, he never sewed ever. And he taught himself how to sew so he can make them.
Yeah.
I must say it's very convenient too, because Lane sews as well. He sews his patches and customizes his jerseys. To have a man who sews for you is very convenient. Just putting it out there.
You know, on the flip side, he doesn't sew his own jerseys. He will commission people to make patches and things for him for some of these customized jerseys, but he will iron anything. I haven't ironed in years.
That's Dan.
Like, so I'm like, oh, can you do this? And I don't have to worry about fabric or anything else. He knows exactly how to treat it. So
Dan's obsession this past year became OxyClean. Like, man,
did he get that from my husband?
Probably, because it came out of nowhere. Just all of a sudden it was like on our shopping list, like every single time I went to the store. And he was bragging about how clean he got this one. This is the first like item he bought me when we started dating. We were like a year and a half into dating, and we were in Chicago, and he bought me this jersey. And I texted my friends, I was like, a hockey jersey, that's like a Canadian engagement ring, right? Like, this guy's really serious. But I got makeup on it, and it took forever to come out, but he's very proud of the fact that he got it out. But I was getting ready, and I already got some like lipstick there, so yeah. OxyClean to the rescue.
Absolutely. Like, even with like, I have a lot of white shirts, and every time I get like a stain on one of them or anything like that, Lane knows exactly what to do. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's like the roles reverse. Like, he's the one doing the ironing, the sewing, the washing,
The laundry. Yeah. Like,
laundry, getting the stains out and everything. Really convenient.
Very thankful he's doing the laundry, especially we have so I don't know if y'all have seen Dan's basement with his hockey jersey collection. You guys, it is an unfinished basement, and Dan's just been working to make it a man cave, and it's half gym, half man cave, jerseys hung on hockey sticks throughout the ceiling, and it's like cement walls, exposed, super cold. It's creepy down there is what I'm saying. So I don't like doing laundry because the washer and dryer are down there. But he has no problem, because for him, it's like his paradise is like cave. Yeah, his man cave.
We have the same thing. I'm actually in the man cave right now because it's just a little bit more comfortable for a Zoom setup. So I'll let you guys take a look at it in a minute, because there are hockey jerseys and bobbleheads and all these little things. But going back to the previous question, Matt was into hockey jerseys before I met him. Hockey has been an integral part of his life throughout everything. So his father played hockey, not professionally, obviously, but he casually played hockey, and he grew up playing hockey. And so when I met him, it was like, I either had to get into hockey or it might've been a deal breaker. So he's probably got 60 personal jerseys, and he's really tailored down. Actually, when I met him, he was like out to get all of his Grail jerseys.
Yep.
And he basically wanted like a jersey from every single team and all of the ugly jerseys, because he really loves the ugly jerseys, like the Burger King and like the Mustard Cat and stuff like that. Oh, loves them. And then over time he realized, he's like, oh, I don't wear all of these all the time. I don't even like the Penguins. Why do I have a Penguins jersey? So he kind of tailored back. So I'd say he's got like 60 personal jerseys. And then he's got lots that he flips that just sit to the side and everything else. So
yeah, we have a lot that flip. I don't know if you guys can see this is our office closet, but they're all jerseys, and the ones in the middle are like the soft material, the ones that aren't like, I don't know what this is called. Dan would be very upset with me not knowing what this is called, but like the cotton ones are my favorite ones. So did you get into hockey then? Are you a huge hockey fan?
Yeah. So, I mean, I love hockey. We watch a lot of games. I'm very competitive myself. So I am North Carolina native. So I went to NC State for school, and I participated in all the sports and all of the collegiate events. So it wasn't hard for me to get into a sport with him. And the one unfortunate thing is that being an NC State fan, I'm going to go ahead and like rag on myself a little bit here. They're not very good at anything. So when we got together 5 years ago, the Carolina Hurricanes hadn't even been to the playoffs in like 9 years at that point. And they were so bad. And I was like, oh, here I am loving another team that is horrible. And going to every game that is horrible. So I was like, oh. But it's gotten better. It's gotten dramatically better over the last 2 seasons, and it's been a lot of fun for us.
Nice. And I'm assuming Noha, Calista, you guys are Canadian, so it's like runs in your blood already.
Not quite.
Okay.
Well, I have always enjoyed watching hockey. I don't know how to play it for the life of me. I still have a hard time following along to certain like penalty calls and all that other stuff. And I don't know, but I still enjoy watching it. Never played it. Don't really feel the desire to play it. And actually I don't know what happened. I'm like the black sheep in my family, because my immediate family like just does not watch sports. Like just no hockey, just none of it. And so growing up, I didn't really have like cable either. So, but I knew that I really liked hockey because one of my grandpas, I don't know, I love being around my grandpa. He's just a really big role model for me. Love being around him. And he was like the one person who actually watched sports. And I was like, I love this. So when I met Lane, and I was like, oh my God, like you watch hockey? Like it was kind of a little foreign for me because growing up, I was like, I need someone to watch hockey with and someone my mom doesn't know, my dad doesn't know, my siblings don't know.
Yeah.
Dream come true.
But no, it's really nice because now we watch hockey together all the time and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I find during the off season, I miss it. I'm like, oh God, we got to go without hockey. What are we going to watch?
Noha, how about you?
Well, I did watch hockey before I met Kevin. And being in Vancouver, you're a Canuck fan, you know, for the most part. And he played hockey, and I used to go watch his games. And he reffed hockey, and he played roller hockey. So he's always played some sort of hockey. And I'm there to support, and I like to go to the arenas and watch the games. So I don't mind at all.
Yeah, I mean, I might be like the black sheep of this group. I didn't grow up watching any sports, but I really didn't like sports. I grew up with a Colombian family, and we watched soccer growing up, and I played soccer and water polo. So I can watch those and get into it. And obviously when I started dating Dan, I was like, well, I can try and get into hockey, and I'll go to the games. It's so fast paced for me. It's hard to keep up where the puck is. I think that's my biggest hurdle, but I'm trying. And I think that's what matters.
I think the hardest thing before you actually learn the rules, you're like, what is this icing thing? Like the going over the 3 different lines and like game stops. And before I met Matt, I would basically go as a college student and with my friends, and it would just be a reason to go drink beer in a stadium, right? And so we wouldn't understand a thing. And then afterwards, now I know the penalties. I know the calls. I know all that kind of stuff. I can sit there and yell at the screen with him because he's just so passionate about it.
That's awesome. Yeah, no,
people watch, you know, pretend you're watching the game and you can people watch.
That's what I usually do. I mean, my favorite part about the hockey games is well, back when Game of Thrones was on, and then someone would get ejected and the shame song would go on over the loudspeakers, and the Lion King song when everyone holds their babies up. I think that is cute. Like the cutest thing ever. And when the kids play hockey, I can watch kids playing hockey all day. That is adorable. Okay, so Dan has a game adaptation of Never Have I Ever set up for us to be an icebreaker. So I will go through these, and you're supposed to take a sip if you've seen your partner do this, but if you don't have a drink, that's totally fine. So number 1, never have I ever seen them try to sneak a jersey into the house.
Yeah.
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 Mine is so proud of his that he doesn't.
Well, it wasn't exactly sneaking into like sneaking it by me, but more so I was there and he was trying to sneak it past like his grandparents or his parents, and he was like, they can't know.
I mean, Dan tried for a little bit. I think he was shocked at how much he was buying, and I think he thought I would care, but I really didn't care. I'm like, it's your money, you do whatever you want. I have my own hobbies, you know. I think at the same time, so he started looking for someone, I think it was Poshmark, and at the same time I was like, well, I guess I can get into Poshmark. And then it was me sneaking in packages too, because, you know, I started with like my grail of things that I want. I'm like, well, you know, I really want a Louis Vuitton purse one day. All right, number 2, steal hangers. Never have I ever seen my partner steal hangers from my closet. No.
No, mine went in special hangers.
Me too. Special hangers, and mine do. My plastic black ones do not make the cut.
See, but mine are the velvet ones, you know. So he did take those, and I'm still bringing them upstairs from the basement to this day.
No, mine had to have the same ones, all matching.
Wow. Yeah, no, Dan's not at that level yet. I think these are all same matching, but the ones downstairs are just hodgepodge.
Matt's the same way, all matching.
Yeah. Never have I ever has my partner gone on and on about the powers of OxyClean.
Yeah.
Here we go, Kat.
Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Never have I ever had my partner ask me, "Are you sure you didn't check the mail today?" He asked me this last night, and I was like, "I didn't leave the house yesterday. You saw me. So you know I didn't check the mail." And now I'm starting to think he just wanted me to be drinking on this call. Never have I ever caught them in the middle of either having a photo shoot for their jersey or a photo shoot with their jersey.
Yes.
Yeah, I've definitely caught them.
There was a video of Matt that he put like on the Discord or something last summer where he just decided to put every jersey, as many as he could, on his body to fit him on there. And I walked down and I was like, what are you doing? And he was so embarrassed.
Kat, we tried that. So I feel your pain. I feel it was like a moment of panic too, because it was hot. And it was so many jerseys, and Dan's face was just getting redder and redder, and he couldn't move his arms, and he's starting to panic. And there's like a maneuver that I had to do to like get the jerseys off of him. It's intense.
So
yeah.
So Lane likes to take pictures of his jerseys on like his bed. It's just, I don't know, it's his favorite spot to play or to take the pictures of the jerseys. And more often than not, he likes to do it while I'm laying in bed. And he'll be all like, he'll come and he'll give me this look. He'll just stand there and he'll give me this look. And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? And he's like, no, can you please move? I gotta take pictures of my jersey. And I'm like, you know what? No, I can't. He's like, please. And I'm like, no. Sometimes I win, sometimes he wins, depends how desperate he is. But it's like, you can't wait a little bit, or you can't take it anywhere else. It's got to be right here, right now, as I'm laying in bed.
Sounds about right. Let's see. So far, I think we've all been mostly drinking. Never have I ever seen them in the house wearing 3 or more jerseys in a day. Well, here we go.
Oh. Only 3, maybe like 5 or 6. Like,
I'm like, are all these teams playing today? Why are you choosing to wear all of these in one day? And again, I have questionable fashion statements, I guess. So I don't judge. I'm like, you do you. I'll wear whatever I want.
I once walked in, and in the living room, he had put hooks around the TV and hung the jerseys. So
oh my god,
all this was going on. I was like, I walked in and I was like, what's going on here?
Like decoration for the TV?
Like waiting to move to like put them on subsequently for each game, like just ready at the ready on the TV.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh boy, I'm sure Dan's gonna listen to this and get ideas now. All right. Never have I ever heard them complain or explain some super awesome deal they just got in a way they think you'd understand just how awesome that deal is.
Double cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
Oh, this person just didn't know what they had.
And
yeah.
You know,
as
happened today.
Financial advisor, it is painful. At times he's like, oh, but it was on sale. Oh, but it was a great price. And I'm like, that doesn't change the fact that it was still like $200.
Yeah. It happens like all the time.
I've driven to strange places and met strange people to buy jerseys from people. So we've driven everywhere just to pick up a jersey that
like on Kevin's behalf.
Yeah, like I'll message them on Facebook and then we'll meet up. Like he'll come with me, obviously, but it's like, a creepy area or a creepy person.
Matt's really into these like photo match. He likes the photo match jersey game worn jerseys at this point. And so he came in the other day and he said, hey, I got a Terravine game match jersey. And I said, oh, cool. How much did you pay for it? And I was like, more than 500. And he was like, yeah. I was like, more than 1,000? yeah, more than 2,000. No, I was like, just
Oh, boy.
and it's one of those, like, when we first got together, it was so funny because he was like, I'm never gonna buy these game worn jerseys. Like, why do I want one of those? Like, they're too expensive, they're ridiculous. And then 5 years later, he's sitting here actively photo matching jerseys to his collection. I was like, okay.
What do you mean by photo matching? Like he sees them in the game and then finds them in real life?
So yeah.
That's
So
talent.
say like they have a scuff mark on, like, between the T and the E of Teravainen or something like that. And so there's actually, we did this thing called Skate with the Canes. Basically, if you pay a stupid amount of money, you get to go and skate on PNC Arena's ice with the Canes, and they do like dumb drills with you and stuff. So there was a Teravainen jersey, I think that day too. He's got 2 photo match Teravainens from that day that we did that as a date. And so it had like a snag or a rip in the side of the sleeve or something like that. And so he's like, this is the exact jersey. Look right here. And he'll typically like print out the photo to keep with the jersey. And he's like, this retains its value, babe. You don't have to worry. It retains its value. It's gold.
That's amazing. That takes talent. I'll watch episodes of New Girl and try to like find the dress that Zooey Deschanel's wearing. And like sometimes I'm able to, but it's pretty tricky, especially like if it's being worn in a game. But yeah, like just 2 days ago I got an Alice and Olivia like tote bag, and I was like, well, you know, it retails for this and I got it for this. And the whole time I'm looking at Dan telling him this, I can see his brain is just churning and trying to figure out how he can relate it to a jersey that he just bought. Like he's not listening to my story anymore. He's just like, okay, this is a good segue. Like I didn't bring it up, Marianthe did, kind of. Okay, last one. Never have I ever heard my partner yell a profanity at their phone and you think something legitimately tragic has happened, but it turned out they just lost an auction on eBay.
The snipers out there, the bots.
Again, it happened today. So I'm like, when did you type this? Like, I feel like he did these things and just typed them out. And I think that, what's his name? Ryan Reynolds is like a huge hockey jersey collector too. And I'm like, man,
he's a Vancouver fan, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he bids on jerseys. I'm like, good luck going up against Ryan Reynolds. Okay, so he has a event time for us. Explain one thing or more you absolutely don't get why they're so obsessed or hate about the silly hobby. For me, I don't hate it. I don't like it if there's a jersey in the kitchen because I'm honestly terrified I'm gonna get a stain on the jersey. That's, I think, like the biggest thing. I'm like, just keep the jerseys where they belong. But right now they're on our stair banister in the kitchen, in the basement, in the office room, and in our bedroom. So like,
wow.
Yeah.
See, like there's not something that I really hate specifically about like the jersey hobby or anything like that. He does a lot of little persnickety things though, that can kind of irritate you, but hate, because he flips so many jerseys. At one point he was doing it all through our house, and he does all the moderating and everything else. And like, there's so many people that on those discords and the subreddits. And so there's times that he's kind of like been harassed by people, and just for being in his position, or because he also does like, these are the people you can trust when you buy jerseys. He creates all those lists and tells you how to do stuff. And so obviously people get miffed when they get told, hey, this is not the jersey this is not the person you want to buy jerseys from. That person gets mad. I mean, there was some person that's like threatening to sue my husband because he said that they were a bad customizer.
Wow.
And and the thing is that he shows all the pictures and what it should look like. And so if you've ever looked through his things, he's like kind of like the jersey demigod, I don't know, onto the subreddit Discord people, I feel like. So I actually made him like get a PO box because there were people that would just harass him about it. So not his fault, but
yeah,
you know.
Just being honest.
Yeah, it sounds like it comes with the territory when you're selling these things. What about y'all? Calista, Noha?
Go ahead.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever really understand why. I don't know. I mean, it makes him happy, and that's all that, I really care about, until every now and then it's a little bit of a pricey jersey, and I'm like, did you really need it? Like, can you afford it? Right? But I mean, if it makes him happy, then that's all that really matters to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. On your jerseys, you got like some of them. So he always explains to me the different kinds of jerseys, like the made in Canada, the authentics, the game, blah, 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 right? And no offense, I just don't really retain it.
Yeah.
Like I try, but it's not exactly a priority of mine. So he's going to kill me for this, but whichever ones have like really deep dimples in them, like up on here. And I think it's like the made in Canada ones or something. Like not all jerseys have them, but a lot of them do. And like the deeper the dimples, he's just obsessed. He's like, he'll show me and he'll like, look at the dimples, like look at them. And so here's the thing though. One time he took a picture of one of his jerseys, and it had like, I don't know, depending on the jersey, the deepers are like shallow or more deeper, or I don't really know. But he took a picture one time of the dimples and posted it on his social media. And then he showed me, assuming that like I would have the same reaction. I'm like, oh my God, these are so cool. So I actually have trypophobia, which is that fear of holes. So that photo that he took was just the perfect lighting to trigger me a little bit. So I freaked. He showed me this photo expecting that like I would like love it and enjoy it. I was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna puke, like get that away from me. Like, what? They're just dimples. And I was like, ugh.
Oh no.
I guess I'll really never quite get that part.
Yeah.
But if it makes him happy, it makes him happy. So,
yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. It's like, if it makes them happy, you do you kind of thing. And I think I get it. I feel like I would probably do the same with things. I'm trying to think of if I have a collection of some sort. I mean, there's like my Harry Potter books, maybe is like the closest thing that I can relate to. Or I have a button collection that I really enjoy. Or if I'm crocheting, then I start paying attention to things, but I don't think, and I wish I had an obsession as big as this. I'm like, wow, you're so excited.
I have the same exact feelings. I look at him sometimes, I'm just like, I wish I cared about anything as much as you care about these hockey jerseys.
Yes.
Am I just so impartial to things? It's just, I've never been obsessed with something like that. Like I like to cook and I have my hobbies. And of course, like we have our kid and all this other stuff. Like we love to spend time with and do, but like this drives him, to keep going during the pandemic is like my son and hockey jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'm not mad at all. I mean, I don't understand it, especially the collection and, how much things cost. And he does spend a lot of time on the internet, reading I think Reddit and reading blogs and, but since he's been doing his mashup jerseys and, he's showing his creative side, which is pretty awesome to see like what he comes up with. So.
Yeah, I do like the creativeness. I like hearing about the podcast, especially since I have a background in radio and I've been toying with the idea of doing a podcast myself. And so I'm very happy that he's exploring this and I'm learning all this stuff from him. And I like the posts that he does on the subreddit too. Like Reddit will ask me, do you want to subscribe to hockey jerseys? And I'm like, no, I don't, but I'm on it so much because I just really like Dan's posts. Like he did the a parody for WAP, the Cardi B song, but he did like for hockey jerseys. And I'm like, that's hilarious. Like, that's really creative.
Yeah. So that's nice that they're doing that, especially during COVID. Gives us something to do, right?
Yeah,
So.
I know. What did you guys do during COVID to like help you? Did you pick up any hobbies?
I had a baby. Like,
Hey!
so yeah, we had our first child in May of last year. So like,
Congratulations.
thank you. That's just been like the biggest adjustment ever. So that's been my hobby, is just like learning how to be a parent, especially in a time where like we don't feel very comfortable having people help us.
Yeah.
Given everything. So especially with my career too. I work in the sciences, so I know too much. I'm one of those people that know way too much. So we are like our own little 3-person bubble that doesn't leave our house.
Does your baby have a hockey jersey?
Yes, absolutely. He had a hockey jersey before he was born. Actually, his father, so Matt's father, got him a jersey. I want to say like by the time we told him in the second trimester, he got a customized jersey with like the his name and then the year he was born. So that was 2020. And he's not gonna fit into it until he's like 4 years old. Yeah. But like we had like a little photo shoot at home where we like stuck him on it and everything else. And he's got a smaller little stall jersey that we got on sale for actual like infants. So
that's amazing. That's cute.
That's adorable.
Did you guys get into anything? Calista, Noha, sorry.
Well, first off, a kid would definitely keep you busy during the quarantine. Absolutely.
Yes.
Me, on the other hand, well, I kept busy with work, but Lane, so me and Lane like to play video games, which, you know, it's really convenient because a lot of people, they're like, your boyfriend plays video games? Oh my God, what do you do? And I was like, I also play video games. And they're like, really? And I'm like, oh yeah. Anyways, so he got me into that Animal Crossing New Horizons game that got released. And I actually, growing up, I never played any Animal Crossing game in my life. I played tons of other games, but not that one. And then he got me into it. And so I'm not gonna lie, I spent a really good chunk of the first couple months of quarantine just playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I definitely don't play it as much anymore, but that kept me busy for a bit.
Awesome. I did the same thing, actually. I played a lot of Animal Crossing, and then I realized after I'd beat the game and gotten to that level of, you know, your island is 5 stars or whatever, that it was just chores. It was more chores for me to do every day. So we stopped.
For us, we have a daughter. She's in grade 5. So we had to do homeschooling and set her up for online school and all that. So that kept us busy. And then I worked a lot during the beginning of COVID too. So
okay.
Yeah.
I worked for this company called Fathom Events that's owned by AMC, Regal, and Cinemark. So it's movies. Oh, yeah. So I was furloughed pretty quickly. So a lot of banana bread, a lot of baking, picking up crocheting and writing. I ended up writing a whole bunch. That whiteboard over there is like everything that I wanted to write. So yeah,
that's cool.
Cool. All right, let's see, more questions in no order. Has there been a time where they've roped you into participating in the hobby besides now? Like, are you being asked to be the one filming a video, had to pick up or drop off a package, or some kind of weird errand?
Yes. Husband doesn't have Facebook, so I was messaged. He would look on Facebook for jerseys, and then I'd message them and ask them, and find out how much they wanted to, sell it for, and all that. And then going to random people's homes to pick up jerseys with them. Scouring all the hockey stores, going to Michael's and getting, sewing supplies.
Mm-hmm. Done that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we went to one house to pick up a hockey jersey, and it was at just a few months into quarantine, so I was like very nervous about it, but they left it outside and it was fine.
Matt doesn't really, he's very, very picky about stripping his jerseys and like cleaning them and taking photos of them. He doesn't ask me to do any of that. The most that he's ever asked is, if I'm going out to drop something off at the post office. There's very few times that he asks me to do anything because he knows exactly how he wants everything.
Yeah. That's another, I don't want to intervene or try to help out too much because I know Dan's very particular about the way that he wants things.
Like even to his photos, like, and I told him I was going to do this because I think it's one of the most ridiculous things. He has professional grade lighting over here for his hockey jerseys, and it's like this one space, like there's the carpet, guys. If you guys know the carpet. So he like sets up all of his stuff right here, and he has these lights, and like I don't even mess with it. He doesn't even take nice pictures of our child, but he does it with jerseys.
Yeah, at some point he got a ring light. I forgot. I think it was for like some hockey thing. I don't know what a dog's hockey in Colorado or something, but now the ring light belongs to me, which is really nice. And I have it for my Zoom meetings over there, so that was to my benefit.
Yeah, no, Lane usually does almost everything on his own. Honestly, he doesn't really rope me into any of it. He takes all his pictures on his own, picks up and drops off jerseys on his own, does all the sewing, the stripping, the washing, whatever he's got to do. But the one thing that he has done is it's really funny because he will actually buy me jerseys without me asking. And he'll just surprise me and he'll like, oh, I got a surprise for you. And I'm like, oh, what is it? But more often than not, it's like a jersey. So now, like unwillingly, I have my own little teeny tiny jersey collection growing. And it's like I haven't paid a dime for any of them and I haven't asked for any of them.
Matt does the exact same thing. There hasn't been a Christmas that I didn't get a jersey. So it's like, oh, thank you for the jersey.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically I'm getting roped into having my own collection in a sense, but
if I got a jersey for Christmas, I'd be so mad.
Same here.
And I sit there and I say, this is something he loves and he wants to share what he loves with me. So it's fine that he bought me a jersey for Christmas. Like I have probably like 10 or 12 jerseys that, and I honestly, I could probably have 3 of those that I actually wear, but it's what he does it. That's what he wants to do. And I'm all for it. So
I do like having the option of whatever I want to wear when we go to hockey games. Like that's really cool, especially if I know the jersey is no longer made or is like the team's old jersey. Yeah, like the Nordique ones I think are really cool.
Like you feel like an OG, like you know
I do,
your shit.
Even though I'm totally faking it. But I do feel like an OG. That's a really good way to put it, because I know I'm going to go to the game where people will appreciate, the jersey.
Mm-hmm. It is nice being able to just walk into the closet with, like back in the day when you were able to go, into games in person, and then be able to pick out like, out of their collection. But of course, none of them fit properly, but it is really cool to just have all those options.
Yeah. I mean, I like how baggy they are too, because you can wear something really warm underneath. I get cold very easily, y'all. So for me, I'm like, yeah.
And he doesn't buy me any of the actual women's jerseys. He's like, they're worse quality and they're just as expensive. Why would I ever buy you these? So anytime he does, he like just buys me 2 different sizes, the smallest size that usually has a smaller crest associated with it. Mm-hmm. And then the smallest one with the normal crest is like, which one do you like better? And then he'll just return the other one. Yeah. So
yeah, it works out. Any funny eye roll moments? For example, Dan intentionally wears obscure jerseys to games to see if people will notice a reference and be like, nice jersey, man. Then he always turns to me so smug and is all like, see, I told you someone would notice. That's so funny. He wrote that out. But yeah, that does happen.
I guess so. One time Lane saw this like thing on Reddit. It was like a meme, like a funny photo. And it was like, I don't know if you guys will know what I'm talking about, but those it's like a meme where it's like, who wants to be a millionaire or whatever. And there's a question, there's the option A, B, C, or D for like the answer. And so the question was what to say when your wife or girlfriend asks if you got another jersey or whatever. And they gave all these options. And one of them was, you look really pretty today. So every single time Lane buys a jersey, he'll come up to me and he'll say, you look really pretty today.
So a lot, like twice
what
a day.
did you buy? But here's the thing. So now every now and then he like won't even have bought a jersey and he'll like, you look really pretty today. And I'm still like, what did you buy? He's like, no, you just look really good today. And I'm like, well, how am I supposed to trust you? But makes me roll my eyes every single time because I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, there are some times where like Dan will do something super sweet. I'm like, oh, that was so sweet. And then like an hour will go by and something hockey related comes up, like, oh, I invited so-and-so to watch it, or oh, I told the guys that you would host a podcast. I'm like, wait a minute. You did that thing because you wanted me to do this, or there's something else.
Having get stopped in on the sky train, on the street, at the hockey game. They'll like see him walk by, and then during the intermission, all these guys will like go to where he was sitting to talk to him about the jersey the whole intermission.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Sometimes I wear a jersey because why? Yeah, they'll stop him everywhere. He'll go to the sewing store and he'll be looking at something, and then some guy will start talking to him about something, and then they get into the conversation. It's like all the time.
Oh man.
Yeah.
See, and we will go to a game back when you could go to games, and Matt's big thing is spotting fakes. He's like, oh, that's a fake over there. That's a fake over there. And he'll, even on the internet, he'll be like, Kat, can you tell me why this is a fake? Tell me how this is a fake. Let me be proud of you. Tell me how this is a fake. And I'm like, I don't know why this is a fake. So I'll just throw some like, the lettering is wrong. This is what I read. And he'll be like, no, like, but he'll be like, that doesn't have a fight strap, and this doesn't have that. And so that's his big thing. He can't stand seeing fake jerseys.
One time, Lane, just out of the blue, we were just chilling. I didn't know, but it's out of the blue. He showed me his phone and he's like, so I want you to take this quiz. And I was like, well, what is it? He's like, how to spot a fake jersey. And I was like, oh my God. So there was pictures, and then there was like options A, B, C, or D, like what?
I think my husband made that.
Or
oh my God.
or if it's like a fake and authentic or whatever, right? And I'm like, don't do this to me.
Did it have like multiple pictures on it, and then you clicked and it like automatically progressed to the next page?
I don't know. It was a really long time ago, but he pulled it up just completely like out of the blue. Like we weren't even talking about jerseys, and I want to see how good you are at this.
I mean, that's the equivalent, I guess, of me sending Dan a Myers-Briggs quiz and being like, you need to answer this right now. I need to know what Myers-Briggs score you are. Take it. All right. So there's trivia time. Apparently Dan usually does some trivia. In this segment, Dan provided us some questions. Some of them I don't know. There's two of them that I don't know. They're abbreviations. And so I'll ask you if you know what the abbreviation stands for. I hope you guys know the ones that I don't know. The first one is ISO.
In search of?
Yeah. That one I know because of Poshmark. I'm like, okay, I get that. Big block.
Is that like lettering or something for the jerseys? Like,
I actually, that's the one that I don't know. So I'm asking him, I'm messaging him what it is. That's what I would assume, right? Like the font.
Because they definitely have different fonts for the jerseys.
Yeah. Okay, this is another one that I don't know. MIC.
Made in Canada.
There you go.
Yeah, Lane does not stop talking about those.
I should really know that one. Custo. Like CUSTO.
Like customized?
That's my guess. And he didn't correct me when I said that. So I think so. Soup. SOUP.
Like the stuff you eat.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, there's a few versions of CCM jerseys, and depending on the size of the CCM on the back, they're always in block letters. There are 2 sizes, so the bigger size is big block. So you got it, Kat.
Yeah.
Kate?
He's typing.
They'll be so proud.
Okay, this one I got, which I was pretty proud of. WJAYWT. WJAYWT. It's like if you're on Instagram and it'd be like OOTD.
Oh, okay.
Do you get it, Noha?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, what jersey are you wearing today?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Like-
is that something they do to they say to each other? Like,
I never text my friends OOTD. Like, what outfit are you wearing today?
It's like, hey.
Okay, soup is when you take a jersey and put it in the tub with OxyClean.
Oh, right.
The liquid is called soup, so you're souping a jersey.
okay.
I do not like that one. That one sounds gross. And then finally, Grail.
Oh yeah, their most needed jersey, their biggest want.
Yeah. Awesome.
You ladies are good. I just listen like I'm pretending to listen. Just not. Smile.
I do that a lot with Jan. I mean, because he's a talker. He has a podcast. He's a talker, and he'll like tell me things. And I'm not a morning person, but he gets up like 2 hours before me. And so by the time I get up, he hasn't talked to anyone in a few hours. So he needs to like get all these ideas out of his head, and he'll start talking to me about jerseys or hockey or whatever. And I'm just like, and I just like sip my coffee, just waiting to get to his level of energy. Well, do you guys have any questions?
What are like some stupid things y'all's husbands have said? Like, I'm about hockey jerseys. Like, there's one time he came up to me and he was like pretty irate, and he was like, "Have you seen my what are these called? My seam cutter? Have you seen them? Like, my seam rippers?" And I was like, "No, why would I touch that?"
Yeah. We were at Michael's and I was buying stuff to crochet. He's like, "I really need a seam cutter." I was like, "Why do you need a seam cutter?" So like we had the Michael's person help us get one of those. And the other day he accused me of like stealing his like good scissors, like the small little scissors. I'm like, no, the ones that I have in my little like bedside or bathroom cup are the ones that I've had for years. He's like, "Are you sure? They say beard on them." I was like, okay, then I had them when we started dating, but they're not the ones that you're looking for. Yeah.
Mine was like two the same shade of the same color, and he'll be like, "Do these match? Do you think they're different? Or is this straight? Are you sure it's straight?"
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, funny. He just sent me a picture of the scissors.
You can hear you. He's like, "Ah."
Yeah. I'm like, "No, I didn't take them." But he takes my scissors all the time. Mm-hmm. Are you listening?
Yep. Matt will be stripping jerseys, and I'll be like, "Hey, it's time to go do something else. We need to go, get ready for going out to eat or doing whatever." And he's like, "Oh yeah. I need 5 minutes to finish stripping this. I need 5 minutes." And 20 minutes goes by, and I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing? It's time to go. I'm getting hangry." Like, and then like he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be done with this in a minute." And then a lot of times he'll end up going upstairs or whatever we're doing later, and he'll be like, "Well, you don't need my full attention for this. So we're watching TV or watching a movie together. So I'll just continue doing this beside you."
I'm okay with doing things like in separate rooms or while we have something on in the background. I don't like it when he's on Reddit, like right next to me and we're watching something. He's just like scrolling.
All the time.
Oh,
At one point when we were going out, when we could go out before and we were having dinner with friends or whatever else, I would just like have to take his phone from him.
yeah.
I'm one of those people that when I'm having a conversation, I'm like actively talking and listening and really engaged with other people, and he can just scroll. So I was like, no, like,
Yeah.
stop.
Lane has an actual, I swear, like clinical addiction to his phone. I swear to God. But more often than not, it's just Jersey stuff or looking up, how much a
Memes.
jersey is or whatever. But also his Reddit page and his Discord chat where he's got all his friends that he talks to. And it's like, hello, like we're on a date or like we're watching a movie. Can you please put it away? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. And then give it like 10 minutes and he'll just like yank it back.
Yeah. No, I think Dan knows I get like Latina angry, like Colombian angry if he does that. So I feel like he's learned not to do it. Sorry.
He's always on his phone, messaging someone or reading something. I just get used to it now. I just kind of wait.
Yeah. Or when he does get some jerseys, I'll try to like be like, oh, where are you gonna buy me some pretty things because you got a jersey? Or well, you spent money on a jersey. He used to give me a lot of shit for spending so much money on pad thai. And I remember he's like, well, why don't you try making pad thai? And I was so angry making the damn pad thai, like messaging my friends, like, this is so stupid. There's so many ingredients and this pad thai, like it's hard to make good pad thai on your own. But now it's like, I know he's either bought a jersey or he's in a good mood. He did a good trade when he's like, hey, do you want to order Grubhub? You want to do some pad thai? And I'm like, oh, we're ordering in. Yay, I get my thing. We lost you there, Kat.
Yeah, my computer was like, oh, I'm not going to warn you that you need to plug me in. I'm just going to lock and shut down. So I'm sitting here trying to text my husband, like, can you please bring my charger?
I have to say that man cave is a lot better than the one that we have downstairs.
Oh, yeah. Like, so those are new additions right there.
Nice.
And then he's got Ron Swanson.
Love
and
him.
then these are his, it's a couple of his most, favorite ones. I believe this Teravainen is one of those photo matched. And this is like a Carolina, special edition crossover with the football team ones that there's only one of or whatever. So he's just got his hockey room.
Yeah. Oh man, I guess he replaced it. We had a lamp in here that was made out of hockey sticks, and it was just like,
oh, that's cool.
It's cool if it was like nicely made. It was like a college student's project or something that he found at Goodwill. He's like, oh my God, we need this. No, Dan, we don't need this.
We actually ended up doing our nursery. Part of it's hockey. And it was so hard because they don't just make like cute hockey shit for babies. Like, so I had to go and I did all the art. I did all the art myself for the room. And, now like I spent so much time just trying to tailor it because he really didn't want anything else. He's like, I like cute little animals, I guess. And I was like, okay, you want hockey, I get it. So we have like some framed like art that I did, and then also we have 2 hockey sticks, and then between it we mounted letters for our child's name.
Oh, so, that sounds awesome.
Hey, thank you.
That's really sweet. I want to see pictures actually.
Oh, I've got them. I can send them. Like we did a lot for it. I'm sure. I don't know if he put it on like the general, but I know at one point he was showing off the room because he was really proud of it on the Discord.
I did an art. Let me ask him to bring it up. Yeah, when we started dating, I was like just doing anything I could just to, I don't know, I fell hard. And so I was like, what can I make? And so I knew he was a really huge Blackhawks fan. So I did like a string art of this logo, and I'm asking him to bring it up.
I don't know if you'll be able to like We'll see it. But
That's so cute.
Aw,
yeah.
that's adorable.
So
What's
and then like these
the
are my
art?
art. The art is mine on the side.
That's amazing.
Aw.
And that's that right here. That's Mr. Wolf, which is the NC State's mascot.
Nice.
That's him with the hockey stick. So
That's super cute.
That's adorable.
thank you.
Yeah, yesterday we watched a Miyazaki movie, the Spirited Away one. And I like was, on Pinterest and looking up nurseries that are Miyazaki themed. But it's so weird because you want your kids to like have all the nerdiest aspects of you. I'm like, how do I get Miyazaki, Harry Potter, and hockey into like one room?
You have to do it yourself because it's not gonna be there. I
Yeah.
searched and searched and searched.
I think if it would just come down to like having a baby shower and being very specific with my friends, like I only need things from these 3 fandoms, and like that'll be that.
I told Matt, I was like, what happens if he doesn't like hockey? Like there's always kids that don't like these things. He's like, no son of mine will not like hockey.
It's in his blood.
Like it's not even an option. And he told me when we first got together, he was like, I can't marry a woman that doesn't know how to skate. And so like he legitimately, so we started going ice skating. I still am not that great. But he said as soon as like the kid can walk and move, he's like, we'll put on a full face cage on him and we'll get him out there.
Oh,
I think that's exciting. Sorry, Noha, you
We
cut out.
we keep his hockey stuff in the man cave, and that's it. Downstairs, this is your space, and everything else is normal up top.
Does your daughter skate, Noha?
She does, yeah. She's in skating, yeah, but
Okay.
she doesn't play hockey though. He's
Okay.
asked her, and she doesn't want to, but she loves skating though. Yeah, and
Okay.
but he always tries to tell her to wear a jersey to school, her hockey jersey, and she's like, no. She's always like, oh.
Hard pass. So this is the string art that I did.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
cool.
awesome.
It
That
took
is
me
really cool.
forever. y'all.
That's
'Cause
cool.
I just saw it and I was like, oh, that's so easy. That would just take me a few hours. It took me 2 days, and yeah,
Wow.
it was crazy.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, I took it to Chicago with me and like bubble wrap, and
Mhm.
I remember just being like so excited to show it to him. I'm still pretty proud of it.
You
That's
should be. It looks great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, I don't want to take up any more of your time for an hour, but this has been so much fun talking with you.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you guys are ever in Denver, yeah, come say hi. We have a spare bedroom and we go to hockey games, and I'm sure Dan would appreciate having other hockey fans around. So yeah.
Come visit Vancouver when you
What's that?
can. Come visit Vancouver when you can.
That's actually next on well, we had to go to Toronto to visit his family first. So that little thing. But you know what? They're coming to visit us. So maybe we can do Vancouver after they come visit.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah. I doubt you have any plans for Raleigh, but if you
No,
do.
I do. I have friends
Do
out
you?
in North Carolina. And Saskatchewan is awesome too, Calista.
Oh.
When it's not covered in
There's
snow.
really not a lot here. So we'll come visit one of you guys.
Yeah.
But no, it's basically farmers and prairies everywhere you look. And you go up north and there's more hills and some more lakes. And but no, I do enjoy the prairies. The sunsets are out of this world because there's no mountains, right? So you get to see the most unbelievable sunrises and sunsets, and the sky is just beautiful. But the weather can be kind of cool. Like in the summer, there's some pretty funky clouds that you can see that are going on. But yeah, no, otherwise we got really nothing. We don't even have a hockey team.
Do you have a good bar?
Depends where you live.
Oh,
That's great. And
Good.
I look forward to hearing this episode. Oh, do you guys listen to hockey podcasts? I wanna know.
No, I mean, I listened to the one that Lane was a part of one time. That was it.
Matt sent me a link probably like a month and a half ago, the one that he was on, and I haven't listened to it. And I actually, we were putting our son to bed earlier. I was like, I haven't listened to it yet. And he was just like, fuck you.
I'm like, Dan, I listen to your voice literally 24 hours, 7 days a week. We're in quarantine. He's like, well, just listen to it on your drive. I'm like, oh my God.
What drive?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and yeah, I'll do it like for feedback and stuff. But he's like, I've given you a lot of shout outs. And I'm like, okay.
I listened to the one Kevin was on, and it was really interesting to see like his side, like answering the questions. It was very interesting. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
He gave me a shout out, so I was really happy about that too.
Yeah, I like the shout outs.
I think now I have to turn around and go listen to it.
Yeah.